Hello viewers, welcome to our signature segment, See the Stories. Now, one of the many subjects taught in school is mathematics. If you were watching in the beginning, Rangga said that he dislikes this subject, right?
I'm scared already.
I have to ask him, do you have any stories about learning math?
One or two, or no, again, I hate numbers. I hated numbers when I was in school, college. And again, one thing that they kind of just kept me going when I was younger was that my father, he was very good. Whenever it's, anytime that he had to deal with numbers, he just got it like that. So every time I would do homework in front of him, I'm like, oh, please don't hit me, please don't hit me. I'm not gonna get this one, oh crap. See? So again, very bad memories, but then again, I had to do whatever it took for me to keep going.
Yeah, it's okay. We all have stories, right?
Exactly.
So a study from Stanford University indicates that children who are good at math use areas of the brain that also show strong cognitive tasks, such as visual attention and decision making.
Right, now talking about math, there is an application that can help children learn math, and of course, the fun way. Joining us in the studio is Bagi Mikhael Cavin. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes, so he is from Smartick Indonesia. Thank you, Bagi, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
I hope that you got here very dry. Did you get here dry enough because
dry
of the rain
enough,
outside? Okay, good. Bagi, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? And then after that, again, we want to know how Smartick came about, and then, of course, all the stories behind it.
Sure. So I'm Barry, and I'm the co-founder and co-CEO of Smartick.
Smartick, okay, all right.
So I think the main motivation driven us to build Smartick, I think it's because the issues of literacy and numeracy. Have you ever heard literacy and numeracy?
Right. Yes.
I think the education sector has been talking about literacy and numeracy for some time. I think for the past 2 decades, we've been talking a lot about literacy and numeracy, and we have a lot of problems in Indonesia regarding that. I think the most recent data that we have coming from PISA 2022, which is an international assessment.
Okay.
We have the estimates is that we have more than 82% children age 15. So it's around grade 9, grade 10, SMP, SMA in Indonesia.
Okay.
That didn't satisfy the minimum proficiency in basic.
82%.
82%. It's a huge number.
Yeah, pretty
and I
high.
think it's more than a number. It's more than data because we can see around us.
Right.
We can see like those viral contents. Have you seen?
Yes.
Like showing high school students who cannot do simple division.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So we want to do something about it.
Right.
So we built this platform so that we can actually be part of the solution to this huge issues.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Now,
that's very good.
Yeah, before we get too serious, I want to know, how were you with math when you were younger?
Luckily, I have a good relationship.
There you go. That's a very good answer, right?
So I took maths in university,
Yes.
so both undergrad and grad school.
Yeah.
But after graduated I studied applied maths in grad school. So I see a lot of application of maths, and I'm very, concerned that people cannot see that.
Yeah.
So after that, I switched career to education because before I was a data scientist, and so I want to spread the message.
Yeah.
The math should be fun. It should be fun. It should be challenging at many times, but it's very important.
And I wish I had him as my teacher or as my tutor when I was younger.
So we both have kids, and of course we want them to like math. Like we did not like it when we were younger, so we want them to like it and have a different experience with math. But again, we want to ask. We're talking about age group. So what is it? What age group is it for?
So I think our primary target would be on children age 4 to 14. So we started very early on the formative years of the children.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Yeah.
So that when they come to their teenage years, the foundational skills have been built. And I understand that most people that have bad experience in maths, they grow up as someone who dislike maths very much, right?
Yes.
So we want
Right here.
we want to make sure that early in their journey, experience meeting maths in their schools, in home.
Right.
They find maths associated with fun emotion. So
Yeah.
things
Gotcha.
that they really like
Right.
in their daily lives. Yeah.
All right. So just a little bit forward on that. So how do you then cater to different, because learning level, because you're saying 4 to 14.
Yeah.
We're talking about across grades here. Is there any significant difference, or maybe just something that you can differentiate between the younger and to the older kids?
I think that's a great point, because we are very concerned about trying to cater our platform to different learning needs. And we're not talking about just like average students, but we're talking about range of learning needs that coming from someone with learning difficulties
Right.
Yeah.
to someone who are gifted.
Exactly.
Right. So we want to make sure that everyone can use and our application Smartick can help them. So we introduce a diagnostic test on the very beginning. So when children come to our app,
Yeah.
they will be given set of questions.
Right.
So it's like when you're coming to doctor
Right.
and you're asking about your needs.
Yes.
Your doctor will ask a lot of questions, maybe do some tests. That's exactly what we want to do in our application. So we can understand the needs of the children, and we cater the following application, activities that they will go through,
Right.
based on
On the
their
That's
diagnosis.
genius.
Yeah.
Right, so you always then have the right,
Right.
information or the right stuff for the kid.
Right.
Good.
So learning math the fun way. How do you balance fun and also like educational content when talking about the app? Because please do tell us, how do you make it fun?
Yeah, I think, one very important thing is that learning at this age should be fun.
Right.
Yes,
Right? It
I
should be
believe 100%.
colorful.
You're right.
It should be, a lot of playful moments. So it's something that we also offer in Smartick. There are a lot of engaging activities. So we make sure that children do not only, passively watch videos, but they really interact with the activities
Right.
through clicking, dragging, and also writing stuff. And there are characters that are very also, hopefully close to them. So
Yeah.
it's becoming relatable for them. And I agree that fun is not enough, because I think learning is something that you do when you are challenged.
True.
Right, so
True.
we want to make sure that through the diagnostic task and all the adaptive process that we are having on our app, we want to make sure that the children get activities that is not too hard, so
Yeah.
that they're frustrated, but it's challenging enough for them so that they can grow.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not too easy as well, so that they will get bored very fastly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it should be something on the sweet spot.
Like you want them to stay engaged, but you don't want them to give up, right?
Right,
Exactly.
right. So that's a very important point that we really work very hard on that too.
Right. So on that note, what are the core features of the app to make sure that the kids are like you said, engaged, to make
Yeah.
them want to
Yeah.
keep doing it?
So one feature after the diagnostic task, the children will be given daily activities. So we will be, the activities will be given in short sessions, so just 15 minutes per day.
Oh, okay.
Because I think there's a big irony, I think, happening nowadays, because it's getting easier to get information for the
True.
children to find information in the
Yes.
internet.
Yeah.
But ironically, it's very hard for them to actually learn something,
Yes.
because there are more distractions.
Yeah.
So we want to build habit. We want to build good relationship between the children and technology. So we want to make sure that within these short sessions of 15 minutes a day, they can really learn meaningful stuff.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. The second thing is that there are virtual worlds.
Okay.
The virtual world, they can interact a lot with a lot of digital stuff there. So there are characters, there are collectibles there, and they can also ask and interact with their friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and through the virtual world, we are not only hoping that the children actively interact, but they also need to make it fun, right?
Yeah.
Also, the third point is the parents page. So parents should be a very important stakeholders
I agree.
in the learning process for our children. So we want to make sure that the parents have the dashboard where they can see the progress of their children.
Oh, see how they're doing.
And it's given to them in a very granular level, so they can see exactly what areas that their children struggle on, what areas that they're already excel on, and not only on the level of areas or topics of mathematics, but even to the level of the questions. So what question that the children struggle on, which question that they can do pretty quickly, and which problem that they can do, they need more time to solve the problem. So those are the core features that we hope can help children and parents.
So 10 to 15 minutes per day, which is perfect because kids...
Short, right?
Yeah, short attention span, right?
Exactly, because they need to get some stimulation.
Right.
You have to have a perfect amount of stimulation for the kids.
And we don't want them to get addicted to the technology, right?
True.
So, like I said before, so healthy relationship between the children and the technology.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we are going to now try it out. You
Sure,
have that,
sure.
Tablet in front of you. Can
So-
you work it out? So
Sure,
that
sure.
see how
Please.
Should I go there?
Yes,
Oh,
please.
sure.
Stand
Okay.
over there, and then that. Yes.
So, what we see here is the daily practice I mentioned.
Okay.
Okay.
So after the diagnostic
Can you move
task,
up a little bit?
Okay,
That way,
sure.
closer to the screen.
So it's not showing just yet.
Okay.
So after the diagnostic task, the app learn about the learning needs of the children.
Yeah.
And they will be given this daily practice, this 15 minutes per day. It's something like this.
I see.
So it's this one is for a child age 4.
Okay.
Okay.
So like you can see here, the exercise, the activity is not directly, they're not given directly to numbers.
Yeah, no
and
numbers yet.
equations.
Yeah, exactly. There's no
At
numbers.
first, they learn something that we call pre-maths. So they get used to things that is related to maths, but not too abstract for their age.
Okay.
So like this one, pick the text that match the picture. Which one?
The blue one?
The blue one, right? So like
The exact same.
through this activity, the children learn between colors, so matching colors, but also matching shape. So that's a very important
shape.
math skill. It's something that is missed, parents often miss that in their learning process, but it's very important.
Okay.
So there's actually an audio here,
Right.
but
Yes.
I don't know if you can hear. So
we can hear it. Yes.
so like this one, pick the text that match the picture.
This would be colors.
Okay. So
Both
this
red.
is
Right. So
Red.
so matching the
We need
characteristics.
to do this
Me too.
diagnostics.
Right.
Colors. Okay.
Okay.
So these are because this is the daily practice. So
Yeah.
after the diagnostic task will be given, the children will be given range of questions. But after it is assessed, so the app already identify the needs of the children.
Yeah.
This one is the thing that the app has been identified that the child needs to learn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why it's repetitive,
Yeah.
Right.
right?
This
Because
is for a 4-year-old.
4-year-old needs to build by step by step.
Yes.
Pick the text that match the picture. This is a harder one.
Wow, this one is
The middle one, right?
tricky.
The middle one, right?
The middle one. Okay, let's try the middle one. It's true.
Yay!
There's a
Great
fake.
streak.
So cute
Okay.
stuff, and yeah, as you can see, it's there's no numbers here
Yeah.
Yes.
because it's still for
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah,
Uh-huh.
animal. Also, there's a sound that says animal. So I like the necklace that has many. So this is a very important mathematical concept. You don't need to learn numbers to differentiate between more and less,
Right.
high and short, right? So this is comparison, sequence, pattern is something that the children need to learn before they learn about
The
numbers.
numbers. Oh, I see. Very interesting.
Right.
Very interesting. Now, how does the app track the progress of the kids, the users in this? And then is there a way for, again, I think this, you might have answered this, for us parents to track their progress. So, but the first one is, how do the app track the progress?
So first thing,
Yeah.
we really think that the child data protection is very important.
Okay.
So we protect the personal data of the child from
Yeah.
the app, but we track learning progress extensively.
Right.
So every single learning progress that the children make on the app, we track it.
Uh-huh.
So we want to. So it's not only the percentage of correct answers, but also the time that they take to answer problems.
Okay.
And through that, we adjust accordingly.
Yeah.
We adjust accordingly. So I think that's very important to be able to really, like I said before, to really get into the sweet spot of activities that are challenging enough for the
Yeah.
children,
Yeah.
But not too easy as well.
Right. Okay.
Because when the learning happens when you're challenged, like you said earlier, right?
Yes.
Okay. So wait, can we see like the ones with numbers or?
Sure.
So
I
this
think.
one's getting closer to there.
Yeah,
right?
because this one is for four years olds.
Yes.
We need to create a different account.
Okay, got it.
If we want to see
Yeah.
those with numbers.
So,
Okay.
Buddy, you were saying before that in order for this track, you can
Yeah, sure. Thank you for that.
that for the app to track the kid, there's a certain amount of time for the kid to
Yes.
answer. So I have a personal question of mine because I have a 7-year-old. When he was 6, we enrolled him into this traditional tutoring place.
Right.
Now it's about similar because the homework that he has to do is doing a worksheet, maybe 5 pages long. And then we have to track how long he's actually doing it. Is that the same kind of thing that you, in your opinion, is that going to help my son to get better, to excel in math by having this worksheet, but then you have to also note the time of him starting and then the time of him ending the worksheet?
I think it will. So we have 2 different areas that we need to develop in terms of learning mathematics. So the first one is conceptual understanding. So the children need to conceptually understand the mathematical concepts that they are learning.
Okay.
So those are the things that we learn through interacting to different modality, to different representations. So when you look at, let's say, fractions,
Right.
you should not only look at fractions in terms of 4 divided by 6. You need to be able to look that in terms of other objects, in terms of objects around you, foods, in terms of things, right? Transportation and stuff like that. So that conceptual understanding.
Okay.
It takes time. You might want to spare some time for the children to grasp the concept. But there is another concept, another area which is procedural fluency. So in terms of fluency, after the children understand the concept, they are building their fluency on solving the problems. That's where time becoming important.
I see.
So the children can do things faster. They can do it automatically,
Yes.
less effort
Yes.
on solving those problems.
Yes.
These 2 areas are very important to be developed at the same time. So you cannot miss one and another.
Okay.
Which is something that most parents most approach only like care this one area and leave another area hanging. So we need to work on both things, and that's exactly what we're doing.
I like that because in the beginning, again, there's a lot of repetition that
Yes.
my son was doing just to make sure that he knows the concept, and then after a while, then he started that timing worksheet.
Yeah. So are we sold? Yeah.
I think so. So how do we find you? How do we find the app?
Well, for now, there is an English version of the app already live. You can find it through smartick.com.
Smartick.com.
Smartick.com through web. So you just use your desktop web browser.
Yeah.
You can also find it on application store, both for Android and iOS as well.
Okay.
But the Indonesian version of the app will be launched earlier next month. So really looking forward to it, so that more people can access it.
Of course.
All right. Barry from Smartick, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
Like
Thank
you
you
said,
for
the
sharing.
Indonesian version is launching next month, so that means we'll see you again next month, right?
Sure.
Please do come back whenever you're available.
Very happy to be here.
Again, thank you so much. And viewers, See the Stories will continue after the break. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you so much.